Hey, this is Timely, but we're back on a Wednesday. Syd Bolton is with us, and I'm not sure what the topic is because Syd texted me, and I don't get texting. It turns out, talk about phones, so welcome.
Yeah, well, it's because you have a dumb phone, apparently.
A dumb phone.
A dumb phone.
Is that what they're calling the ones that aren't?
Yeah, well, they call the other ones smartphones,
Yes.
right? So I guess the other ones have to be dumb phones. No, I was actually at an event last night, and I was talking to this guy, and he said, what do I do? He said, my contract's coming up in the summer. I've just got a standard phone. Actually, this was actually what he had.
Come on.
Something like this. I mean, this is how long ago this guy had this phone, okay? This is literally when they say a Motorola flip phone, this is what we used to talk about. This isn't even the worst. I mean, I used to have a Motorola bag phone.
I had one too.
That was absolutely huge. Yeah, you could look like you were taking your lunch with you everywhere you went
Yep.
instead of a phone. But so hopefully you don't have one of these. But if you still have one of these, A, you need help. B, get rid of it. The amount of radiation coming out of these things is not good for you. If you've been making strange decisions lately, it probably has something to do with your phone.
If I don't want kids, keep that phone.
So the question is, and this is a common question, it's one of those things for me, it becomes obvious, but a lot of people have this problem. What do I do? Do I get, first of all, do I get a smartphone or do I just get a standard phone? That's the first decision that you make. And then beyond that, if you are getting a smartphone, do you get an iPhone, do you get a Blackberry, or do you get an Android phone? And in some of those cases, there's also a tree of choices below those as well. So it gets a little bit confusing. So first of all, let's address the smart/dumb issue. One, if you're just using your phone to call for emergency reasons.
We do that every Wednesday, by the way, the smart dumb. So
right,
go ahead.
yeah, it's perfect. If you're just using your phone to make a quick call here and there, it's an emergency thing, you're stranded on the road or something like that, then I would say it's probably okay to just stick with a standard phone. If you don't use your phone that much, if you find like you've lost your phone and you didn't notice that you lost your phone, then you're probably okay to get sort of a standard phone still today. And one of the things that I've found is that a lot of people that have standard phones, they say they don't do text messaging. Well, part of the reason they don't do text messaging is because it's really a pain to do with a standard phone if you have to use the keypad.
About that stupid thing where you get 3 letter choices and you have to hit
Exactly,
the right one, and I send something out in a foreign language.
Yeah, or you use the more advanced T9, which is sort of a predictive typing of words, which never has the words that I want to say. So they never really worked for me. So if you're planning on doing any amount of texting more than once or twice a day, then you've got to make the move to a smartphone. And for anything else that you do, go for a smartphone. So that's really, that's the way the world is going. The older phones are just there now, really at a point to provide a really low entry point for emergency calling and for the standoffs. It's kind of like when they got rid of the whole pulse dialing thing, and grandma had the plan from 1952 and she didn't want to go, she had the rotary phone, and she didn't want to go to touch dialing. Same kind of thing. That's why those phones are still around. Okay, now when you get to the smartphone, where do you go? Do you go Android? Do you go iPhone? Do you go Blackberry? Here's my sort of overall generic answer. One, if you want to have fun with your phone and you just want it to be simple and you want to be able to have access to the most apps and you want to play games and you just want to have fun with your phone, I would say get an iPhone. There is no more quote-unquote fun experience than having an iPhone. With over 200,000 apps in the store, many of which are free. You can't go wrong. It's dead simple to use. It looks nice, especially the new iPhone 4. The new iPhone 5, which is coming out in the operating system, has got a bunch of new features as well. It takes some of the best stuff that we've seen in some of the other manufacturers and puts it in there. Now, if you're doing anything at all with business, then you want to go to the Blackberry. Forget about the fact that BlackBerry's laid off some people. That's actually a good thing because it means they're being a responsible company. And look at doing something like that with one of these phones. And if you're adventurous, if you want to go out and play and you're the type of person that likes to tinker and you have no fear of computers and technology, then I would say go ahead and get an Android phone because there's lots of stuff you can do on Android phone that you can't do on anything else.
I gotta go get a new phone, so now I gotta figure all this out. My head hurts thinking about it, but the information was great. Okay, and we will text.
Okay, that's good. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, we will text.
Because you're really quiet when I text you, Ted.
Yeah, I know, and I never give you a wrong answer, but
You are responding to emails now, so I'm
doing much better.
happy. Yeah, the smoke signal thing was just taking too long.
We'll see you next week.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks. Syd Bolton, our guest here at Inside Brant. Coming up, our Adopt a Pet feature tomorrow. We'll do it on Thursday with the folks from the SPCA. Going to find out about Faith Life Financial from Steve Lott. And also, it's going to be award-winning day. Some more details coming up on a Thursday right here. Thanks for doing it. Inside Brant.